The good girl, bad boy trope has been a beloved staple in cinema, offering thrilling dynamics between characters who come from opposite worlds. These movies capture the excitement of rebellion, the allure of opposites attracting, and often the growth that comes from unexpected love. Here are 14 must-watch films that perfectly embody this trope. In A Walk to Remember, we meet Landon Carter, a rebellious high school senior, forced into community service after a prank goes terribly wrong. Enter Jamie Sullivan, the quiet, religious daughter of the town's pastor. As Landon spends more time with Jamie, he begins to see beyond her reserved exterior and falls deeply in love with her. The film is a classic example of how love can change even the most hardened hearts. Landon's transformation from a careless troublemaker to a devoted boyfriend is both heartwarming and heartbreaking, especially when Jamie's devastating secret is revealed. Their love story is one of growth and redemption, showing that even the most unlikely pairings can lead to profound personal change. With its emotional depth and touching performances by Shane West and Mandy Moore, A Walk to Remember remains a tear-jerking favorite for fans of this genre. This modern retelling of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew brings us one of the most iconic good girl, bad boy pairings, Kat Stratford and Patrick Verona. Kat is a fiercely independent and opinionated feminist with zero interest in dating. Meanwhile, Patrick, the mysterious bad boy, is paid by a fellow student to woo her. What makes this movie stand out is its witty dialogue and sharp humor, but also the undeniable chemistry between Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. As Patrick breaks through Kat's tough exterior, we see both characters grow. Kat softens her rigid stance on relationships, while Patrick reveals his more sensitive side. Their relationship is filled with tension, humor, and ultimately, a sweet romance that defies expectations. 10 Things I Hate About You remains a beloved teen classic that perfectly captures the essence of opposites attracting. Step Up introduces us to Tyler Gage, a street-smart delinquent with a talent for hip-hop dance, and Nora Clark, a disciplined ballet dancer preparing for her senior showcase at an elite art school. After Tyler vandalizes the school's theater, he's sentenced to community service there, where he meets Nora. Their worlds couldn't be more different. Nora's life revolves around structure and discipline, while Tyler thrives on chaos and rebellion. But when they start dancing together, their chemistry becomes undeniable. Through their partnership, Nora learns to loosen up and embrace new forms of expression, while Tyler discovers his potential beyond his troubled past. The film not only launched Channing Tatum's career, but also became an enduring favorite for fans of dance movies and romantic dramas alike. This indie gem tells the story of Sutter Keeley, a charming but aimless high school senior who spends his days partying without much thought for the future. One morning, after a particularly wild night out, he meets Amy Finicky, a shy, studious girl with big dreams for her future. What makes The Spectacular Now so compelling is how it subverts typical teen romance tropes. Sutter isn't just a bad boy with a heart of gold. He's deeply flawed and struggling with his own demons. Amy isn't just a good girl who needs saving. She has her own strength and teaches Sutter valuable lessons about life and love. Their relationship is tender, yet complicated as they help each other grow in unexpected ways. With standout performances by Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley, this film offers an authentic portrayal of young love. Few films capture the good girl, bad boy dynamic as perfectly as Grease. Set in the 1950s, this musical tells the story of Sandy Olsen, a wholesome Australian girl, and Danny Zuko, the leather jacket-wearing leader of the T-Birds gang, who fall in love over summer vacation. When they unexpectedly reunite at Rydell High School in the fall, they struggle to reconcile their summer romance with their very different social circles. While Danny tries to maintain his tough guy image around his friends, Sandy struggles to fit into his world without losing herself in the process. Their relationship highlights themes of identity and transformation as both characters make compromises for love. With its catchy songs and iconic performances by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, Grease remains one of the most beloved musicals of all time. Heathers is a dark, satirical take on high school cliques and dysfunctional relationships. The movie follows Veronica Sawyer, a high school girl trying to fit in with the popular Heathers clique, and Jason J.D., Dean is a brooding outsider with a penchant for chaos. Veronica is initially drawn to JD's rebellious nature, but things take a dark turn when their pranks escalate into murder. What sets Heathers apart from other high school films is its biting humor and subversive take on teen dynamics. JD is not your typical bad boy. He's a full-blown psychopath, and Veronica quickly realizes she's in over her head. Their relationship is toxic and dangerous, but the chemistry between Winona Ryder and Christian Slater makes it compelling to watch. Heathers remains a cult classic for its sharp wit and dark exploration of teen rebellion. Based on Anna Todd's popular Wattpad series, After tells the story of Tessa Young, a dedicated student who has always played by the rules, and Hardin Scott, a tattooed bad boy with a troubled past. When Tessa meets Hardin in college, her world is turned upside down as she gets drawn into his chaotic life. The film explores themes of passion, betrayal, and self-discovery, as Tessa falls for Hardin despite his many flaws. Their relationship is tumultuous and filled with emotional highs and lows, making it an intense watch for fans of the good girl, bad boy trope. While their romance is far from healthy, After taps into the allure of forbidden love and the excitement of stepping outside one's comfort zone. In Cruel Intentions, Sebastian Valmont is the epitome of a bad boy, manipulative, selfish, and always looking for his next conquest. His target? Annette Hargrove, the headmaster's daughter who has vowed to remain pure until marriage. What starts as a bet between Sebastian and his equally devious stepsister Catherine turns into something far more complicated when Sebastian begins to develop real feelings for Annette. The film is filled with deception and mind games, but also explores how love can change even the most cynical hearts. Sebastian's transformation from a heartless player to someone capable of genuine emotion is what makes this movie stand out in the genre. With its sharp dialogues and unforgettable performances by Ryan Philippe and Reese Witherspoon, Cruel Intentions remains an iconic entry in the good girl, bad boy canon. Set in the summer of 1963 at a Catskills resort, Dirty Dancing follows Frances Baby Houseman, a sheltered young woman who falls for Johnny Castle, a working-class dance instructor with a rough-around-the-edges persona. Baby is drawn to Johnny's confidence and passion for dancing, while Johnny admires her innocence and determination. Their relationship blossoms as Baby steps out of her comfort zone to help Johnny perform in an important dance showcase. The film explores themes of class differences and personal growth as Baby learns that there's more to life than following her parents' expectations. With its iconic dance sequences and unforgettable soundtrack, Dirty Dancing continues to be one of the most beloved romantic films of all time. In John Hughes's classic teen drama, The Breakfast Club, 5 high school students from different social cliques are forced to spend a Saturday together in detention. Among them are Claire Standish, the popular princess, and John Bender, the rebellious troublemaker with an abusive home life. Throughout the day, Claire and Bender clash, but eventually begin to understand each other on a deeper level. Their relationship highlights how people can break free from societal labels when given the chance to connect on a personal level. While their romance is subtle compared to other films on this list, it's memorable for its raw honesty about teenage struggles and identity. The dynamic between Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson gives this film its emotional core, making it an enduring favorite among fans of coming-of-age stories. In Valley Girl, Julie Richmond is a typical Valley girl, living in suburban Los Angeles with her popular friends and preppy boyfriend. Her life takes an unexpected turn when she meets Randy, played by Nicolas Cage, a punk rocker from Hollywood who couldn't be more different from her usual crowd. Despite their contrasting backgrounds, Julie being part of the clean-cut Valley scene and Randy representing the gritty punk subculture, they fall for each other in this fun teen romance. The movie showcases how love can transcend social boundaries, as Julie must decide whether to follow her heart or stick to what's comfortable. With its vibrant 80s aesthetic and catchy soundtrack, Valley Girl remains an iconic entry in the good girl, bad boy genre. Directed by John Waters, Cry Baby is a quirky musical comedy that stars Johnny Depp as Wade Crybaby Walker, a leather-clad rebel who falls for Allison Vernon Williams, a straight-laced girl from an upper-class family. Set in 1950s Baltimore, their romance faces opposition from both sides of their social divide. Allison is drawn to Crybaby's rebellious charm despite her family's disapproval, while Crybaby finds something pure in Allison that he's never experienced before. The film plays with classic tropes of teenage rebellion and class conflict, but does so with Waters' signature campy style. With its over-the-top performances and memorable musical numbers, Crybaby offers a fun twist on the good girl, bad boy narrative. Set in 1963, Dogfight tells the story of Eddie Birdlace, a young Marine about to be shipped off to Vietnam. On his last night of freedom, Eddie and his fellow Marines engage in a cruel game called a dogfight, where they compete to bring the ugliest girl to a party. Eddie chooses Rose, a shy, idealistic waitress. However, after Rose discovers the truth about the game, Eddie begins to regret his actions and attempts to make it up to her. What makes Dogfight stand out is its exploration of vulnerability and redemption. Rose, played by Lily Taylor, is not just a victim. She's resilient and forces Eddie to confront his own insecurities and toxic masculinity. As their night together unfolds, Eddie starts to see Rose for who she truly is, a kind-hearted woman with depth and dreams. The film beautifully captures how love can emerge from even the most unlikely circumstances. River Phoenix's portrayal of Eddie is nuanced, showing how a bad boy can evolve when confronted with genuine emotion. 3 Steps Above Heaven is a Spanish-Italian romantic drama that brings us the story of Hotch, played by Mario Casas, a rebellious street racer with a troubled past, and Bobby, played by Maria Valverde, a sheltered, upper-class girl who has lived her life by the rules. When their paths cross, they fall into a whirlwind romance that defies societal expectations but also leads them down a dangerous path. 3 Steps Above Heaven perfectly encapsulates the good girl, bad boy dynamic, as Bobby is drawn into Hotch's world of illegal motorcycle races and reckless behavior. Despite their differences, their chemistry is undeniable, but their relationship faces opposition from Bobby's parents and Hotch's violent tendencies. The film explores themes of first love, rebellion, and the consequences of living on the edge. It's an intense love story filled with passion, but it also shows how destructive such relationships can be when emotions run too high. If we have missed any movie, please let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to Motion Sugar.